Hi, what's up guys? So this is Kemaro from Daily Space. So today is 2024 April 12th Friday. So let's begin with the headlines of today's Daily Space. So I'm gonna have two headlines right here. One is from Rocket Lab. I also talked about the Rocket Lab yesterday, but today also have a big news about Rocket Lab. And second one is from Japan. It's called Astroscale. So let's begin. So the first one from Rocket Lab, let's look at this tweets from X. What happened when you can build a spacecraft, launch it within just 24 hours notice, and operate it on orbit? Well, that's a tactically responsive space in action. We are proud to be delivering it for Space System Command as a part of new 32 million US dollar contract. Okay, so let's gonna take a look at the details. So the headline is Rocket Lab selected by the Space System Command to build and launch the spacecraft for tactically responsive space mission. So this is like 32 million US dollar contract. Will see a Rocket Lab design and manufacture spacecraft to conduct the rendezvous proximity operations before launching an erection with 24 hours notice for Space System Command's Victus Haze mission. So this Space Force Space System Command contract, SSC Space Safari's Victus Haze mission, will be an exercise of a realistic threat response scenario. So this is heavily for some defense kind of project. And on orbit space domain awareness, SDA demonstration. Rocket Lab and second performer True Anomaly will both demonstrate the ability to build rendezvous and proximity operations capable space vehicles and command and control centers. The mission is targeted for launch in 2025. So once the spacecraft build is complete, Rocket Lab will be entered into the hot standby phase, awaiting further direction. Once the exercise begins, Rocket Lab will be given a notice to launch the spacecraft into the target orbit. After reaching the orbit, the spacecraft will be rapidly commissioned and ready for operations. Rocket Lab will configure a Pioneer-class spacecraft bus to meet the unique requirements of the Victus Haze mission and launch the spacecraft on Electron from either the Launch Complex 1 in Mahia, New Zealand, or Launch Complex 2 in Wallops, Virginia, US. Once on orbit, the spacecraft will conduct a variety of dynamic space operations to demonstrate SDA, the space domain awareness, characterization capabilities with True Anomaly spacecraft, the Jackal, an autonomous orbit vehicle. The mission will improve tactically responsive space process and timelines, demonstrating the ability to respond to an on-orbit threats on very short timeline and validating techniques for space domain awareness and on-orbit characterization. Rocket Lab's Constellation class production capabilities and discriminating technical capabilities in the area of in-space propulsion, precision, attitude control, low latency communication, and autonomous operations are key enablers for this mission. So the Victus Haze mission joins the growing list of US Space Force programs supported by Rocket Lab, including the successful launch of the Space Test Program Monolith satellite on Electron in 2021, a newly announced yesterday in the Daily Space we announced $14.49 million US dollars contract to launch the SSC's SDP-30 mission on Electron within 24 months. A $24.35 million US dollar contract with the SSC for development of the neutron launch vehicles upper stage, and recent 515 million USD contract award from the Space Development Agency to design and build 18 Transit 2 transport layer beta data transport satellites. So like this, the Rocket Lab got so many contracts from the government, and it's really doing good, I think. So if you are also interested, please go to like Rocket Lab official website to see what's going on. Okay, so the second news, I'm gonna move to the second news. This is from Japan, Astroscale. So Astroscale the commercial debris removal demonstration, satellites Astroscale approaches the debris at a distance of several hundred kilometers. So the onboard camera capture debris like this, given closer using information about the direction of the debris. So I direct translated like with the Google for this article. So maybe some little bit English is bad, but just please be aware of that. So this Astroscale is a Japanese startup like focusing on some debris removal, vehicles and like spacecraft from the space, and it's getting famous and famous nowadays. So, but now they're really doing the proof of concept type of the project right now. The debris such as satellite that have ceased operation and a non-cooperative object, which is actually not like telling where it's located and what is like posture of that like debris, that kind of things. That object is called non-cooperative object, and information such as their external shape and dimension is limited, and the cooperation such as providing position data and attitude control cannot be obtained. Therefore, it is important to safely and reliably perform PRO, rendezvous proximity operations on the debris while understanding its deterioration status, rotation rate, and other known on-orbit conditions, while providing in-orbit service, including the debris removal. This is the foundation of doing so. The ADRASJ is the world's first attempt to safely approach the actual debris and clearly investigate the debris situation. Specifically, we will demonstrate the approaching and operating near large debris. So this is Japanese rocket upper stage, approximately 11 meter in total length, approximately 4 meter in diameter, and approximately 3 tons in weight. And will investigate the movement, damage, and deterioration of debris that remains in orbit for a long period of time, taking an image of the situation. So in the approach operation that stated on February 22, the satellite, which was in different orbit than the debris at the time of orbit insertion, is actually moved to the same orbit as the debris using absolute information such as GPS and observation values from the ground. The probe was adjusted and brought closer to the several hundred kilometers behind the debris. Now, by capturing the debris with the VisCam, the visible light camera, on board Astroscale, we have started relative navigation using information of the direction of the debris using the satellite's onboard sensors. In the future, we will continue to approach safely while using this directional information, and then further close the distance based on the various information such as shape and attitude of the debris acquired by onboard sensors. So this is very unique, I would say, the project doing by the Astroscale. So if you are interested, just please keep an eye on it, and that's gonna be interesting. And by the way, this that's it for today. Actually, so let me summarize just a little bit about the headlines today. The Rocket Lab announced a new contract with the Space System Command. It's called like Tactically Responsive Space Mission. The mission name was Victus Haze mission. That is around 32 million USD contract, which is very, very promising. And the second one is Astroscale commercial debris removal demonstration. Satellite Astroscale is actually approaching debris at a distance of several hundred kilometers, to observe the debris status and that's the environment. So thank you for watching today. In this channel, I usually briefly explain you the news of the space business and technologies. So if you got interested, please subscribe and also hit the like button. If you have any comments and stuff, just please leave it in the comment section below. So thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.